3. Well, after all the thrills and spills that resulted in the Glasgow Warriors picking up the trophy in June in Pretoria, we're now readying ourselves for it all to unfold again. We await the excitement, the joy, and even the pain that will unfold between the 16 teams over 5 countries and 2 continents. The start of a new season brings with it promise, intrigue, and positivity. And what a game it has to get us going. Leinster arrive with undoubted quality, a squad the envy of all of Europe, but after heartbreak and going trophyless for 3 years, now is the season silverware will be demanded. The summer has been spent trying to repair the scar tissue caused by clashes with the Bulls and Toulouse. They will be many people's favourites to end their drought this time around. It's over 100 days since Edinburgh's season evaporated in Treviso, and another playoff opportunity slipped through their fingers. Sean Everett, now in his 2nd season, will provide the drive to try to turn them from pretenders into contenders and step out of the growing shadow cast by their rivals just to the west. It's an Edinburgh squad full of international quality, full of experience, and plenty of intrigue as well. Andrea Piardi, the Italian, will be the man taking charge on the opening night at Hive Stadium. Big atmosphere, big anticipation. And it will be new man in the 10 shirt, Ross Thompson, to get us underway just after the officials get their communications sorted. So a bit of a false start to the new season. I'm sure that will be sorted in due course as
guys, I'm waiting him because
the near side touch judge.
My assistant referee cannot listen to me, so I wait. That's why we stop.
His equipment
Don't listen to me.
up and running. It's just a bit of a breakdown in communications between the officials. There's Darcy Graham, ready to go again. 8 months out, the Scotland international winger, who will bring supporters to their feet throughout this season. But it's been a testing time for him. Round 1 though in the BKT United Rugby Championship, and a blockbuster start to kick us off with Edinburgh and Leinster. 2 sides with big promise and big expectations. Can they live up to it this time around? Clear it will go from Jamison Gibson-Park, and it will drift into touch beyond Wes Goosen. And, well, John Barclay and Ian Madigan alongside me. John, what a game to get us going, and really, you know, 10th place last season for Edinburgh. It has to be better than that.
It has to be. And chatting to Stevie Lloyd before the game, everything's been about the speed of ball they're trying to do. So expect to see that ball getting away much, much quicker than it was last year.
Scott Matthews, the new attack coach for Edinburgh, the man tasked with turning them into a more lethal outfit after it was well documented. The lack of bonus points cost them. It wasn't victories. They had enough of those. They had more than 2 of the teams above them, with the same record as Ulster, who finished 6th. But lacking in bonus points as Garry Ringrose drops the shoulder and drives Leinster into the 22. Michael Milne, 2 tries on this ground 2 seasons ago. Then Gus McCarthy on his first start the 21-year-old hooker, covering for Dan Sheehan, who's out with a knee injury.
Push back.
Now the backs with the chance to run. Charlie Tector. Gibson-Park with the short ball onto Milne, and he is driven into touch, and Edinburgh's defence stands up to the first questions asked by Leicesterian.
Yeah, really good attacking set from Leinster there. Sam Prendergast bossing things, moving the point of contact really well. Nothing overly complicated, but very effective, getting straight into the Edinburgh 22. You see that line speed off the first line out, really impressive from Leinster. Got up in the face, and then I think it was O'Tighearnagh putting pressure on Ross Thompson, forcing the error with the kick.
Dave Cherry with the line out, but it is stolen, and it's back for McCarthy, and Leinster have another shot. They have a penalty as insurance. That one was slowed down illegally by Edinburgh. Gibson-Park goes digging now. Prendergast with the chip through with advantage. It's
no advantage,
picked
not
up by
away.
Matt Currie, and Leinster knowing that they had the penalty in their back pocket.
A couple of Edinburgh's fundamentals letting them down. This all came from, if you look back a couple minutes ago, a pretty poor up and under from Ross Thompson's put them under this pressure, and then a failed line out in your own 22. Compare that to Leinster, all the nuts and bolts of their game are stacking up nicely. They look really organised, know exactly what they're doing.
Watch in the front, watch in the front.
Prendergast pops it into the corner. The 20-year-old rather. The man to take the reins in the 10 jersey for the opening game. It's a good opening dart from Gus McCarthy. He's now got his hands on it at the back of this maul, just waiting for his moment. It's Gibson-Park who manages to get it on to Tommy O'Brien, but he's faced by a wall of Edinburgh jerseys. Brilliant defence from the home side.
Yeah, superb defence. Leinster got that maul set up brilliantly well there. Got it long. Just wonder, Andrea Piatti maybe helps out Edinburgh there, but there's not much space there for Leinster to go up. Looks like a pre-cut move there, Mads, and maybe the wrong option to go blind.
Yeah, it's just a small bit of hesitation affected the timing, but good defence from Edinburgh. They were stacked up on that short side.
Well, this time they go for the longer throw from Cherry to Ben Muncaster, wearing that number 8 shirt, which has been occupied by the outstanding Bill Matta, now one of Edinburgh's own academy players in Muncaster, looking to make it his own. Prendergast onto Charlie Tector, the two youngsters beginning to control the early stages, and another one in O'Tighearnagh, one of 3 Leinster Academy players in the starting lineup. Ali Price now makes the call and will claim the mark before getting back underway quickly. Jamie Osborne, who was outstanding for Ireland against the Springboks over the summer. Pierre Schoeman, his first carry of what will be many over the season. Big fans' favourite here at the Hive. And Ali Price, boot to ball to test out Prendergast, who's caught. Gibson-Park gets it away quickly. Edinburgh sensing an opportunity here to steal this ball. It has been knocked on. It's in Edinburgh hands in any case, and they move it quickly. It's Currie who's looking for Duhan Van Der Merwe. It's just a little floated, and the giant Scotland international winger can't quite get his hands on it cleanly.
Pretty frantic out here, just like you'd expect. First game of the season, both teams going at it. I've got to say, I've been really impressed with Edinburgh's defence early. You can see they're targeting the ball that bit more this year. I think last year they played against just too much fast ball. I've seen Glasgow doing it very well, targeting the ball, trying to give defence just that bit more time.
Okay, that's the mark.
Using a haircut. Trim.
Edinburgh have only had one pre-season game to come through, of which they fielded two completely separate teams in the comeback victory against Gloucester last weekend, while Leinster had a defeat away to Bordeaux before putting over 50 points on Northampton. That was a couple of weeks ago.
Crouch! Silent, please, guys. No feedback. Control your body weight. Don't step back. Okay, just that's a warning. Okay, control your body weight. Don't step back.
No big surprise that the first scrum of the season is reset.
So break foot in the front.
It's a vastly experienced
Crouch!
Edinburgh pack, just under 400 international caps
Set!
on the field.
Reset. Guys, there's too many movements before the ball in, okay? We need to be patient. It's the first scrum of the season, I understand. But be patient, okay? Control your body weight.
Doesn't set the tone very nicely for the rest of the season, does it?
No, I don't think that'll be the last reset scrum. I think Edinburgh probably looking at that pack, looking at that front row with Schoeman, Cherry and Hill, probably fancy their chances here against a slightly more inexperienced Leinster front row.
Crouch! Don't bind. Bind! Set!
Threatens to go down at the front. Edinburgh have the penalty. That'll get a loud cheer.
Lost your bind.
Binding issue for Thomas Clarkson.
Binding.
It's a long way round the hulking shoulder of Pierre Schoeman. And now popped into the 22.
This area for Edinburgh is so interesting. Last year, the red zone wasn't particularly fruitful for them. The maul was a big strength, but what happens beyond that?
And it goes short to the front. Ritchie was the decoy. Now Muncaster. The home crowd anticipating the opening try. Gilchrist and Watson. Now Schoeman. 3 meters out. Cherry takes it on. It's relentless from Edinburgh, but the tackles coming in well from the men from Dublin so far, until there's a soft shoulder somewhere for Edinburgh to find perhaps a gap. It will be the forwards who will look to punch the hole. Ali Price flips back inside to Darcy Graham.
He's short!
Who can generally find those spaces. He's short though. Schoeman just pops it up. Watson. Desperate defence from Leinster. Now they will go wide. It's Thompson who pops it into the hands of Currie, but it is a forward pass. The fans are celebrating, but the try will not count. Instead, Edinburgh have to settle for the penalty for the offside.
Oh, lovely fade on the ball here. Oh, that's very marginal. Just changed his angle as he caught the ball there. It was really nice how he faded outside. I'm not sure who that was for Leinster in defence. Very classy movement from Ross Thompson.
Stay on the line.
It will be the tap and go led by Pierre Schoeman.
Push back, advantage.
And then the pick and go. Another advantage coming here for Edinburgh. And Watson will go once more. And Schoeman for the line, and he's got there. And the opening try of the URC season has been scored by Edinburgh's fans' favourite, Pierre Schoeman. Sean Everett unmoved, but that was a relentless attack posed by the home side.
Yeah, Pierre Schoeman, fan favourite, you can see why for a reason. In the movements before that, multiple carries leading up to it. But I just like the way Edinburgh went about their business there. even in the tight exchanges, there's some variety to their game. You see the organisation tight over the ball, whether they're popping it, looking for options outside it. Look really well organised. All that work in pre-season, all that work getting organised, figuring out what works. You touched on it there. The experience they have in that pack, you should expect no less.
Ross Thompson pops over the extra 2. His first points in an Edinburgh jersey. Well, not a man to be stopped from metres out. 118 kilos of Pierre Schoeman. He gets low and drives hard. So the TMO just having a further look at that, but now we are all sorted and ready to go on, and Ali Price will clear the ball into touch.
Guys, blue on the line, please.
Well, Leinster had that pressure on the Edinburgh line, didn't manage to convert, and Edinburgh have responded in their own way.
Yeah, I think Leinster will be looking to do similar to what they did in the opening attack of the game, try and build multi-phase here, force their way from the 10 metre into the Edinburgh 22.
Prendergast again, feeds Tector. He's a hard runner. That one has been lost forward. I thought it was Larmour initially, but it will be Edinburgh's ball.
Okay, use it!
Duhan Van Der Merwe did a good job there. Leinster made a good dent, but just got on the eye line. The Leinster catcher did enough just to put him off the ball.
Good chase again from Jamie Ritchie to palm that back. He does it so well.
Push back, guys, push back.
And Edinburgh make a little more ground, and Thompson just getting this back line moving. It's Mosese Tuipulotu with the big miss pass to Currie, and now Darcy Graham. And you can hear the excitement from the stands whenever he gets his hands on the ball. It's great to see him back. 252 days since his last match in an Edinburgh shirt. It's well taken by Tector. Gibson-Park spotting space.
Keep the mark, guys.
Ali Price has to chase this one back as the last man. It will go over the try line though.
Still a good outcome for Leinster there. This goal line dropout's a nice attacking opportunity, something that Leinster work on a huge amount in training.
They're one of the few teams almost use this as an opportunity, like a launch play, don't they? You see almost set piece moves coming off 2-3 phases afterwards, try and manipulate what they've seen in front of them. Changes every week.
Exactly, we saw Ireland get 2 great tries off it against South Africa in the summer series.
Jack Conan, skipper for this evening. It will be Caelan Doris for the majority of the season, but he, along with many of the Irish internationals, not making the journey to the Scottish capital.
Okay, ball is in, ball is in!
Well, again, looking to contest that were Edinburgh, but being penalised, and now Ringrose can feed it out to Prendergast, and the extra man over here as Ryan feeds it to Tommy O'Brien. And what a response from Leinster. They make the numbers work, and Tommy O'Brien goes in the corner. Scored against Edinburgh last season. He's just been named in the Emerging Ireland squad as well. And it is Leinster's first try of the season to hit straight back.
Really nice try. It's kind of like a rugby league shape where you've runners running short, runner out the back. They do it 3 times. Really nice hands there to finish that off.
You're right. It's difficult for me to see,
from James Ryan. Quality handling. Prendergast has had some lovely touches in the first 15 minutes of the game, and Tommy O'Brien looking hungry, a man who's very confident off the back of being selected for Emerging Ireland.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from a Leinster point of view, they'll be delighted there. A couple of phases managed to really shorten up Edinburgh's defence. We saw it on the right-hand side where Duhan Van Der Merwe stepped in. few minutes ago, but that time managed to shorten Edinburgh up. Quick ball. Jamison Gibson-Park so good at getting that ball away so quickly, giving recovery time almost minimal to the defence. And the outcome is you end up with Tuipulotu and Darcy Graham defending in 20-25 metres, which is a big ask against this organised an attack.
It's just the 5-pointer. Sam Prendergast's effort goes wide.
Okay, time off, guys, time off. Yeah, he's coming off. Yeah, time back on. Away! Tackle was not made.
Well, Leinster have had to make a change, and in fact it is Tommy O'Brien who has gone off.
Use it!
I think possibly in the act of scoring that try, and Rob Russell has come on for him. You could just see him going through some stretches as Prendergast was lining up the conversion, and he's now receiving further attention. So Russell on in place of him.
Able replacement in Rob Russell. He had a very good year last year. Good speed, good in the air, gets himself involved.
Osborne took it well, got it on to Ringrose as well.
Never on the ball, never on the ball, on the body.
Conan just securing the possession. O'Tighearnagh.
Push back. Use it!
Gibson-Park. Boot to ball. Wes Goosen. Edinburgh will be delighted to see him back. He was having such a promising season, but then injuries to the South African-born Kiwi, to Darcy Graham and to Emiliano Boffelli really did end up costing them. Harry Patterson also is struggling with an injury at the moment. So an area of real strength for Edinburgh became a problem last season, and well, what a sad sight that is for Tommy O'Brien after finishing this so well.
Okay, sorry guys, you go out for a second, you take your time, then you come back, okay? Yeah, you go out for a second, take your time, and then we play. We continue to play. Okay, let's go.
4 tries last season, already off the mark in the opening minutes of this campaign, but
yeah, you're right.
the evening looks
guys,
to be over for Tommy O'Brien.
No, wait. How many? 5. 5. Time back on.
Edinburgh calling the 5-man line out, and Jamie Ritchie claims it at the front. That one has gone forward though. As Ben Muncaster knocks on.
Yeah, Scott Penny out the block so quickly here on a breakout. Maybe lucky to get away with not being seen there, but gets up quickly, does some serious damage in the collision of Ben Muncaster.
And he adjusts.
Yeah, in these conditions, the ball is slippy. You need to catch it off the line. That Leinster line speed, incredibly fast. Have to check that offside.
That's the mark.
We saw that last year, didn't we? Far more aggressive defence, getting out the blocks. You've seen England using that with Felix Jones, just that super aggressive, leaving space in the wide channels, focusing on what's in front of you, pressurising the ball carrier. Like you say, Matt, in these conditions, this is perfect. Ball a little bit slippy, takes a little bit longer. You're maybe going to be more inclined to bring that ball in. Really suits an aggressive, fast-tempoed, aggressive line speed.
Okay, elbow up, stay straight. Stay straight. Stay straight.
Now Leinster get the drive on.
Inside, reset.
But it will just be
Inside,
reset.
Reset. Guys, I said no feedback, okay? Thank you. Reset, let's go. That's the mark. Come here.
How much pressure, Ian, comes with a trophyless season at Leinster? It
will
must
not
just
be
build and build, and
It's not
particularly
pushing
the way
straight outside. Understand?
and the times when the defeats have happened.
Elbow up.
Yeah, it is maximum pressure, and there's a group of players there now that have come through that are of high quality. They've won things with Ireland, but they haven't won trophies with Leinster, and until they do, there's going to be that doubt there. But look, they've got great supporters in Leinster, and they're fully behind the team. They gave them a great run last year in Europe. Were beaten in the final stages by a fantastic Toulouse team. Maybe this year will be their year.
They've been so close to glory for so many years now. 3 without a trophy.
Advantage is not over, knock on.
That one was knocked on, and Edinburgh will now
Advantage not over, knock
have
on.
their scrum.
We've been to see this replay. Edinburgh could be a little bit luckier. Is the tackle complete when the rip happens?
That's why I reset.
Is who looks like Ben Muncaster or Matt Currie. Maybe he's got a hand in that, just disrupting the ability to put that ball back. The ball will be slippy though, so targeting the ball is absolutely the right thing to be doing.
Guys, we play, okay? Thank you.
It's interesting, we're 22 minutes in. I don't think we've seen Mosese Tuipulotu touch the ball yet. I spoke so much about him pre-game. Game's not really come his way yet. How they use him, we're really interested to see as the game develops.
Crouch. Boy.
I think everyone in, not just Edinburgh, but Scotland as a whole, very intrigued to see how that signing works out. Man,
Stay straight. Stay
arriving
straight.
from New South Wales Waratahs,
Use it. Hey, let's go.
currently known as Sione's wee brother, but will look to make a name for himself. Duhan Van Der Merwe just couldn't quite catch up with the chip through from Thompson.
Smart little kick, but I'd love to see him just give him a run, opposite and out half. I certainly wouldn't want to be tackling him. Looks like an absolute pocket rocket.
The most relieved man there is Sam Prendergast. Looking up. I like it as a play. If that pops up, it's a good option. Bring the winger up. Put the ball in behind your wingers. Your fullbacks in a bit deeper. Come off there.
There's Gilchrist that gets up highest to claim it back for Edinburgh. Now Van Der Merwe does have it in his hands, but not really with the time and space to get up to full tilt.
Okay, use it! Guys, leave him.
Ali Price sends it away. It needs somebody to claim it. It just went forward, I think, off Thompson before it settled for Van Der Merwe.
I just still think Edinburgh really got their kicking game going here.
Down.
They got a few back. Jimmy Ritchie got one back, but the kicks are just a bit too far in field and just a little bit short. I think, yeah, they want to be kicking the ball long or kicking to compete, and right now kind of landing in no man's land.
Yeah, it's a good point. Once those kicks go infield, you're running into all the Leinster escorts that are going to be trying to protect the kicker going up for the ball in the air.
Let's go.
Nothing better when the 9 gets it right down the 5. You can give the winger, especially if you've got Van Der Merwe out there, give him a clean run to try and get up at the ball and bat it back.
Two very interested observers in Gregor Townsend and Pete Horn. He's now very much a part of the international coaching setup.
Playing some golf, it looks like, Gregor. Straight off the golf course. Looks like he's playing at Skibo Castle, looking by the fleece. Good track up there.
Guys. No, not like children. Left to the mark. Thank you.
Wonder how interested he is in Tuipulotu. Imagine that prospect, two Tuipulotu's play. He'd be very keen to see how that evolves.
There are 3. There's a younger brother as well.
Oh, well. Can imagine what the size of him.
Crouch! Let's go! Bind!
Tough scrum to defend this. You've got to cover the 50-22. So you've got two players in the backfield.
Well, Leinster get the penalty in any case.
Number 1.
There's a good battle here between Thomas Clarkson and Pierre Schoeman. All the pressure's coming through that side. Struggling with binds, a lot of pressure coming through the pair. That looks like Pierre Schoeman loses blind or hinges just there. But Andre Piardi, you see it in the way he's refereeing. He wants the game to be sped up. Obviously, we're seeing that new law now with he's going to call use it as soon as the ball's at the back of rucks, but he's not wasting time around scrums. He's not wasting time talking. Understands the value of getting the ball in, getting the game moving.
Edinburgh only lost 2 games here last season, very narrowly. 3 points by Munster, and that was a crucial defeat as they lost out in the playoffs. Benetton also won here by a couple of points. Leinster suffered an opening day defeat in Scotland last season across the country in Glasgow.
Who's back? Was number 4 on the ground with the feet.
It was Paul Hill, new signing for Edinburgh.
Use it!
Ali Price, that has gone high. Not with much distance, keeps the competition going, and Tector, oh, with the dummy, Tector takes Ali Price out of it. He had Rob Russell on his shoulder, but he didn't need him. And the 22-year-old Leinster Academy player goes over for the Dubliners' second score of the game, and a brilliant piece of individual skill from the inside centre.
Again, it was a poor box kick. He hasn't caught that well. You can see it from his reaction. Breaking ball, he gets up really well. And 2v1, how many of those do you practice in a week? Quality. He's done really well, Charlie. He's carried the ball really well in the first 25 minutes. And full credit to him. He takes that for somebody who hasn't played a whole lot in the URC. I think this is maybe his 10th or 11th game. Good confidence to trust his instincts there, throw the dummy and score the try. First try for Leinster, big congrats to him, well done.
It's a soft try though, isn't it? You look, both Jamie Ritchie and Duhan Van Der Merwe both going for the ball. No one's looking beyond what's happening, and you're right, Mads, it comes all from a really poor box kick, and then the chase that comes off the back of that, it's not organised enough.
No problem for Prendergast this time to knock over the extra 2 in Leinster. Build a lead, and there's a change for Edinburgh as well. Matt Currie has headed off. He's been replaced by Matt Scott, who wasn't in the original 23. In fact, he was called up late after Emiliano Buffelli pulled out, and Matt Scott has returned to Edinburgh and come on to make his second debut for the club, and he has the ball now in midfield.
Again, really impressive. Like that line speed from Leinster. That line out started on the halfway line. The tackle's made on the 10-metre.
You know, with Matt Scott coming on and coming into this, that's been a clear area for Sean Everett to try to get some creativity, some go forward with Tuipulotu and Scott coming back to the club.
And Matt's had some great experience down at Leicester Tigers for a couple of seasons, brings a load of experience. You look at the way Edinburgh attacked last year in terms of the width, at the 4th slowest attacking breakdown, the 3rd lowest width in the championship. Scoring tries and being creative was a real issue for them. I guess the hope is that actually these guys coming in the centres can offer that bit more, can offer the Ben Healys, the Ross Thompsons of the world, that second distributor.
Away now.
It's that bit more creativity, because they've got the firepower out wide for sure.
Don't change. You're legal.
Marshall Sykes claimed the line out, and now Dave Cherry is just looking for it to creep further into the 22, but Edinburgh, we're not getting the ball out of there.
He can arrive to you because he's through the middle. He's not from our side. Yeah, I was speaking to the other one, and he was through the middle, so he's allowed to arrive to the ball carrier. Turnover.
Edinburgh contest it, but it was legal.
Turnover.
James Ryan just gets to the maul there. You see the Edinburgh players a little bit frustrated, I think. Andre Piardi was maybe saying that someone had gone round the side, but actually James Ryan was fine, came through the middle of the maul, wrapped it up. Opportunity goes begging.
Crouch. Bind. Set. 9. Use it.
Gibson-Park encouraged to use it, but Leinster quite keen to keep it in there. But when they had the opportunity to get it out, they turned it down, and now Edinburgh have the turnover.
It's absolutely the right call. So that's a bit disappointing because they're going forward, but they're not going through them. You see both Edinburgh go around the side of them. He's asked them to use the ball. They've got 5 seconds. Has to be a turnover.
Yeah. Turnover is fine.
We're back to where we were because Edinburgh originally had the ball on the edge of the Leinster 22.
Crouch!
No, tractor gunners was the call there. I don't think you have to be a rocket scientist to figure out roughly where the direction of play is going to be going.
Use the line!
Price trying to provide some protection for Muncaster, and now here comes Matt Scott.
Who's back? Body's out!
Now Marshall Sykes dips low. Pierre Schoeman, Edinburgh's try scorer, got the opener in the game, but Leinster have hit back with two of their own. Hamish Watson hit hard as he tried to spin out of the tackle. Now Mosese Tuipulotu, he's straightened really well. Found half a gap.
No hands!
Now Muncaster.
Advantage offside.
And now Edinburgh have managed to eke out the penalty. Thompson flings the pass onto Tuipulotu. Now Watson. Do Edinburgh have the creativity with the essentially a free play to try to open this Leinster defence up? Thompson sidesteps one and another, then gets the pass away to Goosen. And Ritchie to Van Der Merwe. Can he finish? Of course he can. Duhan Van Der Merwe, the first of what will be many this season for the Scotland international. And Edinburgh have their second try of the game and even things up.
It's really well worked in the end. Leinster's defence is superb. It's been aggressive. It's forcing Edinburgh back the way, but the time on the ball, Ross Thompson, he's sitting a little bit deeper. It takes time, shapes the kick. A couple of Leinster players fall off it. This is a great pass by Jamie Ritchie under pressure. There's not many other better wingers at finishing in the league than Duhan Van Der Merwe.
Yeah, it's a good patient attack from Edinburgh. Lots of one-off carries, but they get the penalty advantage, and that's when Ross steps in, gets his hands on the ball, shapes for the crossfield kick, which Leinster are obviously concerned about. Garry goes for the block, and he slips away. Really classy finish, as you said. The skill from Jamie Ritchie there to catch while turning in the air and to deliver an accurate pass. To no better man than Van Der Merwe to finish.
Don't run to me asking for checking, because the TMO is already checking everything, and he said he's happy. Okay. And I was happy too because I was in line with the pass. Okay, that's fine. Just want to check here.
Well, Ross Thompson, who's quick thinking, created that try, will now look to
keeper, did you stop the shot clock or not?
put Edinburgh
I did,
in
yes.
front.
Okay. So 10 seconds.
Thompson trying to curl that one back round, but not quite enough on it, and we're tied up at 12 all.
Yeah, when the clock's off, the shot clock stops automatically.
Well, over the summer he had a busy time of it, became Scotland's top scorer of all time, Duhan Van Der Merwe, to 28 tries for his country, overtaking Stuart Hogg.
Use it! No, you step back.
Cherry's carry.
Use it!
Edinburgh now looking to exit from their own 22. It'll be Alan Price. Straight out of play, didn't make much ground with that.
Where you are?
Because he's not happy with the kicks.
Guys, we go.
It's obviously getting sped up that bit more this year by the referees, like I mentioned. It's whether Edinburgh can evolve here and change on the go, whether that happens at half-time. Can they look to play into the wider channels, use Ross Thompson's left boot?
Stop.
These are all options you have to have. If something's not working, you can't persist with the same theme.
So come in.
Yeah, from an attacking perspective, it makes a huge difference having a line out here 30 metres out versus one that's on your halfway line.
James Ryan, the man to claim the line out, and then Jordan Larmour. Gibson-Park keeps it tight. And puts a little bit more on the ball out to Max Deegan.
Ball is here. Ball is here.
Prendergast as a runner, and Osborne, he's rocked backwards. And Leinster look to threaten again. Captain Conan.
No hands! No!
Almost up to the 22. And James Ryan again. Ringrose menacingly straightening the line, and now Prendergast looks to test out Van Der Merwe, who stayed really calm to get that to Goosen, who's been charged down, and well, he got away with that.
He was taking his time there. Thought he was shaping up to dummy and go there, maybe.
22.
Again, nice variety by Leinster. Went through 3 phases one way, swept back. Nice flat kick from Prendergast to try and target Duhan Van Der Merwe, who's up flat.
Charge down.
Time here.
Dead. 22.
This could have gone anywhere. This could have been a real disaster.
.22 dropout for Thompson. Conan again. Ball carrier for Leinster. McCarthy, Prendergast, and now the backs look to go through Tractor and then Ringrose. Down by Scott. Perhaps a chance for Edinburgh to rip this, but holding on to it was Osborne, using his strength. Tricky one to deal with, and he used every millisecond that he had, did Ross Thompson.
Wait, guys.
Yeah, they're going to want to check this.
We're not sure if the ball was in goal or not, so we check a possible restart. Stefano, please. So it was outside, he's taking back, so scrum 5. Yeah, we are double checking.
Well, the call is that Ross Thompson took this
Yeah, he's
back
taking
over
back.
the
Yeah.
line.
Scrum
So
5.
it will be a scrum 5
Taking
rather
back,
than
scrum
the
5.
goal line dropout.
It's a great kick. An absolutely fantastic kick by Jamison Gibson-Park. The weight of it. Turns the winger.
Jenny,
Fantastic weight on that.
I have the whistle.
Ross Thompson's just waiting for that to either pop up so he can kick it or let it go dead. But
Scrum inside the 5.
As a left footer, get your hands on that and get your boot on it quick.
just dies in him, doesn't
guys,
it? Just that, like, he's
stop.
hoping that's going to
Come
pump
here.
up on him.
Even if it does go over, it's still only a goal line dropout, so it's not.
Sean Everett hoping for a big play.
I actually think for his debut, he's had a very good half. Started with a slightly ropey kick, but got himself back into the game really well and played a massive part in that try. So good on him, settling him into it.
I agree. I think it's probably one of the stingiest defences to play against in the league. Looking at last year, you know, they're conceding the fewest game line success across the whole season. That means you know you're going to be up against it. Teams coming right at you. It's not going to be a game where he's going to be able to sit there and distribute without any pressure. They're going to be right in his face. So just like to see him with that bit more ball. Give him a few more options running either side of him.
Coach!
2.5 minutes to go in the half. Big moment here with the scores tied.
Set!
Leinster hoping to edge in
Quick
front.
reset and let's go. As I said, what I need from you is
There's a big call as well with
What I need from
the
you,
10
don't
jersey
close
for
your
Edinburgh. With
line, okay?
Ben Healy on the bench, top scorer in the URC last season.
I'm happy with the breakthrough.
It definitely is. Ross Thompson brings something slightly different.
Yeah,
He's
you
obviously
go
learned
off. I understand.
a lot at Glasgow with Tom Jordan's come through as the starting 10, but just that style of play that Glasgow
Don't twist your shoulder.
play with, is that something that Edinburgh need a bit more? Obviously Ali Price, you would have played with him at Glasgow. That partnership maybe plays a part in that as well in his first game, but two quality operators. We talked about it pre-show. Look at Leinster, look at the options they have. All the good teams,
Set!
they've got to have options.
Keep it up! Keep it up!
There's options
Edinburgh!
galore here for Leinster. Down goes the scrum. It's Gibson-Park who pops that one up to Rob Russell. But Thompson has held him up really well. Now needs to roll away. It's Ryan who's thudded backwards. But still it will come with Clarkson.
There's no arms.
And no arms tackle. It might open things up for Leinster. A little bit loose with the handling. Prendergast now to chip one through. Tector's already got one. He was on for another there. Holding on, will go back for the first penalty for the no arms tackle that I think was by Ben Muncaster.
Number 8, no arms.
Oh, relentless stuff.
Andrea, 1 minute. 1 minute.
What an end to the half. Gus McCarthy will take and drive low. Jamie Ritchie comes out, hits him hard, and now it's Clarkson. 2.5 metres out here. Our Leinster, usually so lethal from this sort of range. Can they get over before the break? There goes Milne. The closing seconds of the half. We're all level at the Hive. Will we be by the end of this attacking phase?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Edinburgh desperate to get to the changing room with parity and to keep Leinster out here, though. This will be the final play of the half. Deegan goes. He's sent backwards. The cluster of all players just in the middle of the pitch, each trying to get their hands on the ball and create the key moment that can get the score before half-time. Muncaster needs to roll away and get out of there. It's Prendergast. Picks the pass to Ringrose, an experienced international centre alongside him. That just took the momentum a little out of Leinster's attack, but Tector, who's carried so well all half, regenerates, and now Edinburgh get a man on it. It's a Jamie Ritchie special to close out the half. He did that more than anyone else last season. That wins Edinburgh the penalty, and that will bring up half-time with the scores tied. And boy, did Jamie Ritchie enjoy that one, as did everyone around the Hive. Thompson will pop it out. What a half of rugby to start the URC season. That had it all. And at half-time, it is Edinburgh 12, Leinster 12, and we can now just get some instant reaction pitch side because Connie McLaughlin is with Sam Skinner.
I am indeed. Thanks very much for that, Rory. I tell you what, some resolute defending towards the end. It's like we've never been away.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Leinster are very accurate, so we've got to be emotionally right up for it, and that was a big moment for us and a big moment for the crowd, so that'll give us some good momentum going to the second half.
I think one thing that was talked quite a lot about last season was making sure there was a clean few moments after a try, not conceding. What do you do to try and make sure that doesn't happen again and sort of rid that from Edinburgh's play?
You just got to kind of come together and make sure you're all understanding of the game plan. Like, we've had some shaky moments, and Leinster just try some shaky moments. They're so good at that. So we just got to make sure we keep on the same wavelength, and then make sure we're backing up with a big emotional shots, really, and we're doing well so far.
Quick one, not far away from coming back. How's the knee?
Yeah, knee's going well, thanks. November's the game plan, so we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully we will see you then. All right, all the analysis on the way. Edinburgh against Leicester after this short break.
Season, 2 tries apiece. Pierre Schoeman getting it all started before Tommy O'Brien and Charlie Tector went over for Leinster, and then of course Duhan Van Der Merwe opens his account for the season. 42 tries now in an Edinburgh shirt, and Edinburgh come out from their changing room inside Scottish Gas Murrayfield and back out to the Hive for a massive second 40 to determine where the points will go this evening. Edinburgh, off the back of this, head to South Africa tomorrow to play the Bulls and the Lions. They'll be desperate to get some home points on the board, but Leinster, perennial winners despite the fact that they've actually lost their last 4 away games in this competition. Away to the Bulls, Ulster, Stormers and Lions, so looking to get off the mark themselves. It's a big hit to commence the second half. Ali Price just manages to get that away and send it into touch. They were fairly well treated in that opening 40 minutes. Do you think either side has an edge from the experience of the opening clashes?
Really evenly matched in the first half. I think it was 3 visits for Edinburgh in the Leinster 22. They came away with 2 tries, which they'd be delighted about.
Guys, don't close the gap. Don't step.
Had Leinster scored before half-time, I think they would have been very happy going into the change room, but certainly work to do for both sides. Edinburgh, interestingly, last season were one of the best performing sides in the URC in the final 20 minutes of the game, so if it does go into the final quarter, they'll have confidence.
Advantage over for straight.
Good carry there by Marshall Sykes. That's what they need to dent.
Push back, push back.
Now Thompson goes to the air. Edinburgh look to get a challenger up in Goosen, and it is an Edinburgh penalty.
Right start to the half, hold up.
That's
Edinburgh
a brilliant kick.
Go all the way to the corner. What a kick from Ross Thompson.
Always more difficult going to that touchline as a left footer. Naturally hitting a bit of a draw. He finds the perfect line there.
Well, sets Edinburgh up perfectly. Can Dave Cherry hit his man? He can, as Marshall Sykes rises high into the Edinburgh har, and now they get bodies behind this. It is scored. What a start to the second half for the home side. Exactly what they wanted. Thompson delivered to the corner. Cherry to the back of the line out for Marshall Sykes. And the crowd responding to.
Yeah, it all comes from that great kick by Ross Thompson. Puts them in such a good position. And then crucially, Edinburgh throw the ball to the back. At the front, so much easier to defend. Throw it right to the tail. So much harder to defend. They drag Leinster forward. They're already on that edge. Look at Leinster trying to regroup here. Pre-called, all the backs join in, but it's all because the strategy that goes into it. The line-out call, the process, getting the ball in the right areas. Superb bit of play from Edinburgh.
I've been delaying it, but I've just seen the ball tucked under the arm of Dave Cherry, and I think he will be the man credited with the try. And through the middle from Thompson for the full 7-pointer. Cherry 3 tries last season, also crossed the whitewash last weekend against Gloucester and Edinburgh's pre-season. Gilchrist has to try and have a swat at that, and as they've gone forward, and well, you're most vulnerable when you just scored. That will frustrate Sean Everett that they didn't manage to claim that. It will give Leinster some encouragement.
Coach! Boan! Both of you. You first, but don't break foot. So, guys, you need to fix. Break foot all the way in front. Not too far away, control your body weight. No clear infringement. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Just outside the 22. Down it goes at the front. Conan can pick up now. Gibson-Park to Prendergast and inside to Larmour, who'd picked a brilliant line, but it was covered by the defence. Now O'Tighearnagh. Gibson-Park finds James Ryan. And now the switch of play from Prendergast. Flips it inside to Tichter. Now Penny. Continuing to gain ground and get closer to the line. Max Deegan now. Gibson-Park on to Jack Conan. The skipper looks to lead by example. It's quicker ball this time. Comes out to Osborne, but no way through. This resolute defence so far from Edinburgh. Michael Milne now. Remember, the first half ended with Leinster knocking on the Edinburgh door.
It's a great line by Jack Conan there. Against the grain, opens it up now.
Oh, what hands that was! And it will get into the hands of Jordan Larmour. Leinster score, they hit straight back once again. Exactly what Leo Cullen was looking for.
That's a try of really high quality. What I really liked about it was the forward stepping up, taking maybe 2 carries, then the back step up, take a carry. This line from Jack Conan really punctured the Edinburgh defence, got Leinster onto the front foot.
Just look at how many Edinburgh players that one pass takes out. They shorten them up, and then just that ability to recognise, play with a bit more width against the grain. You cut out 5, 6, 7 Edinburgh players with one pass, and the Edinburgh, I think, are the best in the league at that. The Leinster, sorry, the best in the league at that. That ability to find space and have the right plays and call the right plays and execute. Brilliant try.
Okay. Ben, we wait the stop. Time off.
Classy here from Charlie Tichter, running that short line, ability to catch, keep it off his chest and get it away in one fell swoop to Prendergast.
And that's how you exit, I think. Look how much trouble Edinburgh had in the first half, getting out of their own half and receiving kicks. Jamison Gibson-Park there, catch down to Edinburgh's 10-metre line instead of an attacking play. They're probably thinking, how do we exit here?
Well, there's been a big applause go up. Michael Milne has headed off, and on is Cian Healy, 36 years old. He now goes level with Devin Toner, 280 appearances, the joint most in Leinster history. And I'll take you a little bit further back to his debut in 2007 at the age of 19 against the Border Reivers, and he lined up against the man who was just previously in shot. Gregor Townsend was playing that day for the Border Reivers. Also Rob Christie, who's on the Edinburgh coaching staff.
Didn't see any contact with the neck.
There was a question of
Didn't see
high
any
contact.
Play on.
Andrea Piardi was relatively happy that it was low enough. Prendergast has shuddered backwards, and he lost the ball in the process as well. Matt Scott picks up, just kicks it clear though. Now Osborne.
Yeah, good.
And Thompson. His kicking game has been very impressive, but quickly taken by Osborne.
You need to retreat.
Edinburgh did not retreat.
Sorry,
It was
no.
Jamie Ritchie.
I was speaking to
penalised.
another one. Sorry, Jimmy. Offside, in front of the kicker, never retreat. Time off.
Ben Muncaster there puts in a big shot on Prendergast. But again, a slight tweak to the rules we're seeing there. Must have been penalised there.
Yes, I'm sorry, I was speaking to
You were looking at me. I asked you, are we good? And you said yes.
No, I was speaking to another one.
And Jamie Ritchie's not happy there, but that's the new rules.
Offside.
If you're in front of the kicker, you have to make an attempt to retreat. Trying to encourage more positive attacking play rather than seeing what we saw last year in some games. Players just standing in the middle of the pitch. DuPont law, as it was kind of colloquially known.
I'm sorry for the confusion. I wasn't speaking to you. Yeah. It's a new rule. It's a new rule. You need to retreat and pull back on side, even if we have a quick throw. It's a new rule.
The discussion goes on between the two.
I think the issue there that Jamie has is around the communication that he was having with the referee. And look, new rules.
Okay.
It's not just the players that have to adjust them, it's also the referees.
Don't close the gap, guys. Don't close the gap. You have to come inside. Yeah,
So much a dead-end conversation, isn't it? He's not going to go back and reverse the penalty. It's done now.
A number of changes have been made. Ewan Ashman and Darcy Ray on for Edinburgh. John McKee,
You step back.
Brian Deeney, and big new signing, Rabah Slimani, the legendary French international, on for Leinster. Got a sellout Hive Stadium, just under 8,000 in the Scottish capital, but you know, it's a statement with those three signings from Leinster. R.J. Snyman from Munster. Jordy Barrett will be coming in a few weeks' time from the Hurricanes on a short-term deal, and Rabah Slimani from Clermont to bolster the ranks. There's Ewan Ashman. He had a fine first season for Edinburgh last term.
Play the ball. Use it.
Clear it goes from Price.
It's a much better kick there.
In my view.
Well taken by Rob Russell, though. There's Conan.
Always on their feet.
All tied up again at 19 all. A try each in the second half. Gibson-Park. Forward comes Goosen, but he knocks on. Will be a Leinster scrum.
Come on.
Actually, here we go.
And the game just had a bit of a stop-start period after that flying start to the second half. Jamie Ritchie just requiring some attention.
We go, guys. Guys. Let's go. That's mine.
Well, now it's Slimani against Schoeman in that scrum.
Coach. Space on that side, please. Space on this side. New front row. Space. Okay.
Quite a few new men
Louder. Yeah.
setting down in the front row.
Come here, guys. Let's go. Quick reset.
Schoeman the only
Space.
one that remains from the start.
No slingshot. Stay behind. No. It creates a lot of instability. Create a lot of instability for them. Coach!
Both teams sitting one score away from a bonus point as well.
Set.
To turn this game into a 5-point victory would be huge at the start of the campaign. That's a show of strength from Leinster at the scrum. It comes out to Ringrose, who is well matched by his opposite number in Tuipulotu, but now Gibson-Park for the line, and there is the bonus point score from the Leinster scrum half. Jamison Gibson-Park using all his experience, all his quality, and that is a massive score for Leinster.
Yeah, it's just quality, absolute quality from Jamison Gibson-Park. I don't know if there's many smart rugby brains playing at the moment. It's a great first phase play. He gets them, it's a good hit by Tuipulotu, but he's always scanning. As soon as that ball's there, he picks it up and goes. Not only that, the skill set, two fens, Ali Price, Duhan Van Der Merwe. It's just eyes up. As soon as that ball's there, you see the speed with which they're playing. Look at that.
Yeah, the key there is the speed of that ruck ball. Less than 2 seconds. Doesn't give the Edinburgh defence time to get set. And no better man than Jamison Gibson-Park to take advantage of it.
Prendergast for two more to make it 26-19 to Leinster. Gibson-Park, who missed the summer series with South Africa due to a hamstring injury, certainly bounced back and clearly fully fit. Look at the fend on Price and then Van Der Merwe. Stunning stuff from Jamison Gibson-Park. Well, now Piardi's caught himself in a sandwich between Watson and Conan. That is one of the worst places that you could find yourself in a rugby field.
You push me into,
I can think of worse places.
into the player.
In amongst the front row.
No.
He's been in amongst it today, Andrew Piardi.
We have another scrum.
He's getting close to the action. Oh, look at the panic. Absolute panic in his eyes.
Crouch.
Now it's Edinburgh's turn to try to respond. They did so
Bind.
previously when they went behind.
Set.
First up, Leinster's task to steer clear of here, and the new front row does its job.
Back 10. Half on this side.
Yeah, keep your eyes on Ravis Lamani. He just splits the Edinburgh loose head and hooker straight through. Essentially, you've got three Leinster front rows scrummaging against Edinburgh's hooker and tight head.
Time off.
That's exactly why they've recruited him. And that guy knows a thing or two as well about scrummaging.
Number 1.
Well, Edinburgh are looking to respond by bringing on Boan Venter for Pierre Schoeman.
Yeah, go. Time back on.
And soon enough, Ben Healy will be coming on as well as he just passes Pierre Schoeman. For now, there's action on the field as Ryan takes the line out. Now Ringrose loop around from Prendergast, and Larmer's on the chase here. Bouncing ball picked up by Thompson, but there's not a lot he can do from there. The ball is there, and somehow Thompson managed to keep that alive for a teammate, although not until it had just gone over. It will be a line out to Leinster, 5 metres out, and they are just looking to turn the screw in this game.
I was going to say, they're just starting to really purr, their attacks getting going. Edinburgh sitting on their haunches a little bit in defence, and Edinburgh and Leinster are just starting to play on top of them, go through the repertoire.
Watch the front, Johnny.
The run option's not on, the kick option's on.
Well, at no point has anyone been more than a score clear in this game. Leinster have a real opportunity here. John McKee to look to deliver from the line out. McKee's ball in is solid, and Leinster with the perfect platform to score try number 5, and they start to get a bit of daylight between themselves and their hosts. And Jack Conan, the captain, leading the way to what Leo Cullen hopes will be an opening night victory.
It's a really well worked try. Well, then Saul comes off that kick through, but look how they shift the drive off the back hip here. Shift off James Ryan, take out the Edinburgh Mall defenders at the front. That's the speed of it. Edinburgh will be disappointed with that though. Look at how they shift just slightly onto the back.
Nothing illegal.
It's very well worked. That's the Edinburgh players are asking, is anything illegal with it?
With the ball or not? Time off for a second. Time off.
Just checking if anyone's in front of the catcher, forming an artificial block.
Aspetta perché adesso controlla.
Okay, we go formally, please. We cannot wait. Demo check. I want to check a possible shift drive by White. Put that on the screen for me.
Going to be a check for TMO Stefano.
We use camera
Rossini.
number 2 now.
I want to check it formally.
1. Okay.
Potentially Keane Healy in front of Jack Conan here. It's whether I think the maul disconnects or not.
Shift drive, I'm not sure. I want to check it. Yeah, I want to check.
I'm still checking.
Big moment this in the game.
Looks like a pretty good transfer. I think Scott Penny actually rips the ball and pivots, and they build them all around him.
So I want to see it again with a closer look. Because from what I'm seeing now, I'm seeing the first man in contact with the opponent, and then there is a transfer, so I'm playing on for now. But I want to see a closer look.
I checked for another handle.
Before this, Stefano. Yeah. Again, before this, closer look to the lineup.
I'm checking. Okay.
Yeah, he knows. Before this, from the start of the lineup, Stefano, a closer look, please. Thank you.
This is the best.
Okay, so guys, what I'm seeing not a shift drive, because the first man is in position of the ball. He's the first man who is tackled by the opponent, and then there is a transfer, so try is good, no shift drive, no obstruction.
Try awarded for Jack Conan and Leinster.
Yeah, it's good refereeing, and it's absolutely the right decision. It's also really well worked by Leinster, just the detail in the game, the library of plays they've got to choose from. You know, they showed the front, Edinburgh left the front open, knowing they'll take the front, the option to then run that play off the back of it, shift the ball, and target where Edinburgh would be weak. It's well worked. I do think Edinburgh would be disappointed with the ease at which they went through them there.
Sam Prendergast with the successful conversion that will be his final touch of the game to bring Leinster to a 33-19 lead. Slight hobble as Prendergast makes his way from the field, replaced by Ross Byrne. There's also an alteration for Edinburgh as Jamie Ritchie comes off, and it's a return for Magnus Bradbury, re-signed after 2 years at Bristol Bears.
Thank you. Take off!
A performance
User
of
is taking
really high quality from Sam Prendergast tonight. Not easy coming away from home against a good Edinburgh side. Thought he controlled the game really well. Moved the point of contact. Kept Leinster on the front foot.
Scott gets it away to Graham. He had Ben outside him, decided to take on Larmour on the inside. Now Venter stretches for an extra
We come back.
couple of inches, but Edinburgh were playing with advantage in any
Always
case.
under pressure, no advantage.
to go back for the advantage, but Andrea Piardi saying that Edinburgh were always under pressure.
Let's go.
Just felt like Edinburgh maybe missed an opportunity there. I think he knows it. Just seeing it here, just before that, as Jordan Larmour jams in, I think Darcy Graham throws the dummy and goes for himself. I think if he had his chance again, he'd probably look to link to the players outside him.
Coach!
You have Wes Goosen. And another
Boy!
opportunity gone missing, though, for Edinburgh. What can they do from here?
Set.
Pick up from Bradbury, who was finding some of his best form before he left
The player is onside.
to go to the English Premiership. He'll have matured as a player as well.
Drop in there.
His time down south. There's Healy, bouncing ball picked up by Goosen, gets past 1, 2, and now Darcy Graham. Back comes Larmour. Larmour found himself the wrong side of Darcy Graham, but he worked so hard to get back into position. Leinster have got the ball back. It's Conan that gets his hands on it, on the loose ball at the back of the Edinburgh ruck. Now Cian Healy, as Leinster look to exit safely, but going off their feet. It will be an Edinburgh penalty. Tuipulotu thought about going quickly and then thought better of it.
All of you off feet. Denied any contest. No. Back.
It's better play by Edinburgh, just getting the ball into wide channels. This run by Wes Goosen on the overs. The great pass, just couldn't get that back into two hands. He had two support players inside.
Okay, time off, guys. I need number 9. 9 off.
And Luke McGrath is coming on for a try scorer, Jamison Gibson-Park. Brilliant score from Leinster's 9.
Okay,
Vital in getting themselves into this position, but Edinburgh looking to recover it from here. Ashman throws, over it goes, and they've given up prime position.
No, you're offside. Away, blue.
Healy
Away,
again.
four.
Osborne up the line, he won't find touch, so Darcy Graham, listen to the anticipation as Graham hit that at full tilt. Bradbury. Price, Healy gets it on to Scott. He needed somebody else on his shoulder. Good dancing feet from the Edinburgh centre. Healy, though, puts it down, and that brings an end to the Edinburgh attack, and heads on hands for Edinburgh.
Yeah, they did all the hard work there. Matt Scott ran a good line. They're realising a few more strategies to get against the blitz. Gets through. A couple of phases later, they get their structures and get Ben Healy out the back, but I think if this ball goes to hand, there's not many defenders outside Garry Ringrose there, and Edinburgh had managed to realign.
Okay, we play. So wait the ball in. Don't step.
I'm with you, boy. Let's go.
Crouch. Boy. If you stay down, you stay down. Okay. No movement. You want an easy one here?
This will suit Leinster in control of the scoreboard and control of the clock.
Let's go.
Sean Everett's men 14 points down with just over 15 minutes left.
Wait.
It's with extreme rarity that Leinster give up a victory in a position like this.
Set.
That one is turned. It will be an Edinburgh penalty. That gets a loud cheer from the forwards. And Edinburgh aren't quite finished.
he's leaving the ball, he's leaving the ball. No worries. All moving on the side. All moving on the side. Side step.
Well, Ben Healy takes aim at the corner. He's absolutely nailed that. He's got a bit more competition for his starting berth that he had for the entirety of last season. Ben Healy looking to try to steer Edinburgh back into this game as they make a change at scrum half. Ben Vellacott, who's a co-captain for this season, comes on for Ali Price. There's Gilchrist with the take. They get the line out right this time. Ashman has it in his hands, and he can be pretty lethal from this kind of range. They've not quite got the momentum though. And Vellacott to Scott, and Healy, and wide. Goosen hits it at pace, and he's got Duhan Van Der Merwe to touchdown. Edinburgh right back in it. Duhan Van Der Merwe with a double on the opening night, and it's game on again at the Hive.
Bonus point try for Edinburgh. Key with this attack was Matt Scott holding his feet, just taking it static, knows that the Leinster defence are going to come to him, gets it through his hands nice and quickly. Fantastic pass from Ben Healy, and really good hands from Goosen on the run.
Yeah, look at Healy as well, just holds his feet. He's not taking any of that space or time off the receiver. Learning the lessons from the first half, just taking a bit more time on the ball. It's well worked from the try to the structure to the pass. It's superb.
Double for Duhan. And a big kick this for Ben Healy. He's right out on the touchline. He's got as much distance to try to widen that angle as possible. He was deadly accurate last season, an 85% kicker from his 175 points. This to get Edinburgh back to within 7. The crowd thought that it was over, but wide it goes. And Edinburgh remain adrift, but that will have given them hope.
This has been an area, how they exit has been a bit of a problem all evening, I think. How they handle this, how they get back up into Leinster half. Certainly, if they're going to win this game, they've got to score twice.
Rossburn takes it, and then it's Magnus Bradbury with the claim. But Edinburgh scoring a bonus point. They only managed 3 try bonus points in all of last season. Only the Dragons had fewer, and we know how costly it was not getting the over the line for a 4th time in so many games. They had 3 tries. They've got 4 this evening. Can they complete the recovery and turn it into a 5-pointer? It's an Edinburgh penalty, and they do have some momentum.
I think it's Matt Scott makes up for, again, another really poor exit by Edinburgh. You've got to say, really short kick. There's a good tackle by Hamish Watson low, and Matt Scott just wins that race. It's the Leinster clearers. It's given them an opportunity just to march up the pitch. Tough kick for Ben Healy. He's only managed to gain 10-15 yards, but from the position of exiting, they've now got an opportunity. How do they work? What plays are they going to use? They've got to understand they've got to try and get down and put pressure in the Leinster half.
But it's going to be Leinster's ball. Muncaster couldn't claim it. Now here's Penny, right on halfway for Leinster. Fizzed out from Tector, and the chance to attack out wide. Darcy Graham coming across to cover. He'll be swarmed by Osborne.
Use it! Ball lifted.
Jamie Hodgson is on for Edinburgh in the 2nd row.
Use it!
Vellacott back to Healy, who has plenty time to measure his clearance.
We've seen Leinster multiple times tonight using that tactic of passing the ball to width, and then we see the kick coming in from the width, turning and trapping the opposition, forcing them to exit.
James, we play. Guys, time off. The first man is always good. No, you step. Next one is a free kick. Let's go.
It's been some intensity for the opening game of the season.
No touch in my view, no touch in my view, play on.
That was okay from McGrath.
Straight on the ground.
Straight to ground. The crowd don't like it, but
from your side.
play on.
Okay.
There's a clear view of it from Andrea Piardi. That one, though, I think has gone forward, but stripped.
Rip forward by 20, rip forward, scrum, white ball. White ball, rip forward by 20.
It's unlucky there, Magnus Bradbury. I think he's made a good impact since he's come on. Rips the ball, but just goes forward.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Grab into the scrum that has gone up, and well, Edinburgh are getting a bit of dominance in that front row now. They've managed to contain Slimani.
Under pressure, step out.
Crowd trying to transfer their energy onto the field, drag Edinburgh over the line for another score as James Culhane comes on. He's another that's just been named in Simon Easterby's emerging Ireland squad. There's 12 of them in all from the Leinster side. He'll come on to replace Scott Penny.
9.
And Edinburgh from the 22. Bradbury went up, and it was a decent contest, and Edinburgh just managed to get that back on their side. Now Venter. The bench has brought some energy to Edinburgh, and particularly the likes of Bradbury and Scott. Vellacott now to Sykes.
Ball was out, ball was out. Ball was out. Black was not formed.
Vellacott picks out Healy for the drop goal. It does drop for Van Der Merwe to keep it alive for Edinburgh. Have Leinster got a man on that? Not quite. It was an interesting call to go for the drop goal there as Healy was being closed down rapidly. Here's Tuipulotu. And stepping was Healy.
Play on, not for play.
Vellacott. Edinburgh, though, going backwards at the moment. Tuipulotu, that was almost red. Very, very nearly. Leinster have the ball in any case, and James Ryan, and they might look to send this wide with Ringrose to chip through. Larmour on the chase. It's all about the bounce, and it's awkward. It's very awkward indeed. And it went forward. Again, Edinburgh questioned the decision.
Time off, prop down. Yeah, no, time off. Second. You broke your arm. Oh, if you are happy, I'm happy.
6.5 minutes left to play. Have another breather before they go for one last push.
That's right. You asked me to many things. The other one, you step on the left. Now I change my side, I go on the side.
John, a chance for you to name your BKT United Rugby Championship Player of the Match this evening.
Yeah, look, there's a number of players in that Leinster team that could have been at. I thought Sam Prendergast controlled the string. I thought Charlie Tector was superb, but that man in picture, Jamison Gibson-Park, everything good about them. His kicking, his ability to get them ticking, get them playing at the right tempo, decision making, tick, tick, tick. So Jamison Gibson-Park is tonight's BKT URC Player of the Match.
So 20 HIA.
A couple of bumps and bruises to go with this performance as well. That outstanding, and that try early on in the second half that got Leinster back in front of this game was absolutely crucial.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Stay straight!
Leinster know another one will do it without doubt, and there goes Conan straight into Healy. Quick ball too, but it's gone loose and forward just when Leinster were waiting for their moment to score the try that would absolutely secure the game.
Guys, it's okay.
So that's some hit by Ben Muncaster. He just lines, I think it's James Ryan, lines him up after a great first carry. Sort of stop momentum.
That's one hell of a tackle, because he was Edinburgh on the back foot there. It was a good carry from Jack Conan, and he's just stepped up and lined his man up.
I always talk about, how do you stop momentum? What are the big momentum stoppers? And when you're going backwards, like he says, Mads, it's so hard to actually find one. But then Muncaster with Magnus Bradbury alongside did a good job there.
Step. Step. Too many steps.
Well, the free kick leads to a free clearance for Edinburgh, and the bouncing ball. It's pretty handy from Ben Healy.
So many of those do the old spiral kicks, Mads.
Yeah, he's one of the few guys who does it quite regularly. He does it to touch sometimes. Takes a lot of bravery, because when they go wrong, they get pretty ugly, but he gets it into the slot and has big confidence in it. But that's a fantastic kick from 5 yards out from his own try line. Edinburgh need to get up now and contest this.
Nine. Either 5.
Targets the front. Lane. McGrath. Leinster just looking to control the final stages of this game, not give Edinburgh any encouragement of a dramatic turnaround. This is Muncaster. He's put in some amount of work in the number 8 shirt.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Ben Muncaster tonight. Looks like he's probably going to be on the losing side, but burst on the scene a couple of years ago. Had a quiet year last year, a couple of injuries, but he should be back to his best.
Well, up goes Darcy Graham, taken in the air, and Andrea Piardi is out with a yellow card, which Ross Byrne does not agree with. Leinster are going to finish this game with 14 men. Well, Ross Byrne's furious about the decision. Jack Conan asked if it could be reviewed, but Darcy Graham remains laying out on the turf.
Once the player gets in and up at the ball and wins the aerial space, they're always going to have rights to the ball. I think Darcy makes contact with it first, and then the contact comes in from Ross, which is called the penalty and the yellow card. It'll be interesting to see it on the replay, but
penalty in the air, grab the arm, dangerous.
I think the question is Ross Byrne in a position to catch the ball? He jumps second, which doesn't help his case, does it?
That's
Looks
the
like
point.
Darcy's got the ball and he jumps late and takes. I think pulling the balance of it is maybe the right decision.
Guys, I understand.
It helps when you've got a spring in your like Darcy Graham. I think it's great to see him back fit. He hasn't had too many gilt edge opportunities, but the involvements he has had tonight have been very effective, and great to see him back fit.
Yeah, totally. You hear the crowd in the Hive come to life when he gets the ball. He wants the ball. He's going to get back to match fitness, match sharpness. He's certainly someone you want in your side.
Well, Ben Healy is going to go for goal here to try to get to Edinburgh within 7, and then, well, it would be 6, of course, and then try and make one big last effort to score the try to win the game. First of all, he will go for goal. It's an interesting decision, a big call for Edinburgh. He's just a couple of centimetres inside the Leinster half on the angle. Has to go for Ben Healy, and that is a long way
22.
off target.
Yeah, 22.
Interesting call, John.
You can see why they're doing it. If the kick was maybe 20 yards up the pitch, I'd say take the 3 and take the 2 bonus points. I think Edinburgh probably lost a bit of confidence in their line out. It's not really functioning. They had a couple opportunities in this last quarter, and they've just not won the ball. So I think that's probably played into that decision making a little bit.
They will get the ball back here, but time is very much against them. Healy takes, there's Muncaster. He's still got plenty of power and strength in those legs. There's Scott, who's also been impressive. Venter, there is an injury, and it is Ben Muncaster, who missed so much of last season through injury. Only had 3 appearances, missed out on the summer tour for Scotland to the Americas, which I think was a real frustration for him, a 22-year-old.
Edinburgh half. Outside.
Thank you for joining us in the first game of the season.
Okay, guys. Scrum.
So we will restart with a scrum.
Okay.
Muncaster is back up, but he's certainly feeling that hit.
Time to go. Crouch! Bind! Set! 9. Okay, use it, please.
So Vellacott and Scott to Tuipulotu. Scott Penny with the tackle on him. Now Hodgson. A mini break from him. Scott evading the first tackler, not the second. Healy has to put boot to ball. 50-22 is on, but it goes out on the full. A matter of inches.
It's easier because it's a double. Guys, open please. Open the gap. Open the gap. Very good. Very good call, Johnny. Well done. Well done.
Inches indeed. For Ben
Edinburgh!
Healy.
Edinburgh!
Now, with 30 seconds to go, Leinster looking to
got on the ball,
just
guys.
close it out. Edinburgh chasing a second bonus point now. The victory will be Leinster's. But what do Edinburgh have left? That's over the top of Van Der Merwe.
Straight out, isn't it?
Straight out of play.
In line with the kick. Thank you. I can understand. My view from the back is a fair contest.
No, it's tough, mate.
I understand.
I feel like you need the ball.
No, maybe I'm wrong. Yes, I did. Yeah, guys, don't close.
Oh, no. Benny.
No. He's good.
Time is up and just one final play. Well, it will be Edinburgh's free kick for the delay of the line out. Ashman took a really good body position into that contact, and Scott Penny has come off the worst of it. Now here goes Vellacott. He's got Scott alongside him if he can find the pass, which he can, and Scott will go under the post. A fifth try for Edinburgh. It will garner a second point. It won't change the outcome of the victory for Leinster, but for Edinburgh and for Matt Scott, something to take from the game on his return to Scotland's capital, and he's been excellent off the bench. Edinburgh's bench has actually been very good, and it was Ashman, Vellacott and Scott all involved.
Yeah, I tell you, Matt Scott comes from some distance. A few miles on the clock now, but he showed some serious wheels to keep up and actually catch up. Vellacott.
And over goes the conversion. The time runs out for Edinburgh, so it's Leinster's victory on the opening night. They came here with pressure. They're always a target for oppositions to take that scalp, but Leinster, and particularly in that second half, their performance gets them over the line. The separation between them, just 2 points in the end. Crucially, Edinburgh with one missed conversion there from Duhan Van Der Merwe's second try, and that has produced the difference between the teams. Final score at the Hive is Edinburgh 31, Leinster 33. Well, I have to say, gentlemen, the players did not get eased in lightly for first match.